Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another review on the team of the season, Robert Lewandowski. We're going to go through the card as these are stats, clips and summary. Before we get into all of that, if I could ask you guys to please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and that bell so you know when I upload, and comment down below your thoughts on this card. And now let's get into the video. So guys, the team that I used Robert Lewandowski in, I played him of course in the top spot in that 4-2-3-1, and overall guys, my first impressions of this card, I like this card as more than any other striker I've tried this year. Now, I've never really been a fan of Lewandowski cards, especially in recent years. I prefer Benzema much more so to most Lewandowski cards, but this Lewandowski card is unbelievable. Let's just get into the review. Robert Lewandowski, 6 foot tall, high medium work rates, right footed, 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, 4 games played, 8 goals scored, and 1 assist. Now, guys, decent return. I had a bit of a dodgy connection with this card, guys, so in terms of the finishing, you will see some poor finishing on my part. I would not blame that on him. I reckon if I had a great connection, I would be in double-digit goals easily. With this card, is such a great finisher in all regards. Everything else on this card as well is lovely. One more skill move would have been perfect, but 4-star skill moves is still usable. In terms of the details, I left it on basic, guys. Didn't really feel like anything needed that much boosting. Maybe in hindsight, his pace could do with something. Going into attribute details, guys, the key pros of the card, everything in the shooting category is phenomenal, and to the point of his attack positioning is an absolute joke. Now, I've used Harry Kane, Jamie Vardy as well, team of the season cards. This card's positioning is so much better, and it's because of those work rates as well. They work really well in his favor. He's able to play on the shoulder. His positioning, his runs, his timing, everything, even the way he holds himself on side, is just all fantastic. He's brilliant at it, guys. His passing is good as well. His link-up play is very decent, especially in the short pass department. His physicality, brilliant as well. Super strong and capable, able to hold off defenders with relative ease as well. In terms of his dribbling, guys, I think his dribbling is decent. I think it could do with a little bit of a boost, but overall, guys, it's not enough for me to say that it holds the card back tremendously, and this card is bad because of it. His dribbling was good in spite of the fact that his agility is a little bit lower, and his pace as well. Now, guys, the cons of the card, I'm going to pick up on 3 things: the pace, the agility, and the long pass. Now, of course, guys, you can address this all with one chemistry, and you know which one it is. It's the engine. So if you put that on, I feel like you'll address. Now, his pace doesn't feel particularly short. It just feels like if he had a little bit of an extra boost, he would be even better. Again, the same thing with his dribbling. If he had a little bit of an extra boost, he'd be that much better. And again, with the passing, his long passing isn't the best, so boosting that would be a real help to this card. In terms of the player traits, you've got the solid player trait, the finesse shot trait, the outside of the foot shot, and the chip shot, all great traits to have in a striker card. And now that we've covered that, let's get into some of the clips that I got with him. So guys, getting into Robert Lewandowski's clips, and what you guys are going to see is his general ability up front, that striker role, and how well he did for me there. Now guys, the first thing I want to say before I mention anything about any of the stats is that please do take his finishing in this video with a pinch of salt. I was missing a lot of chances due to a slightly laggy connection. It was knocking my finishes out a little bit, so please don't think that this card is poor at finishing because of some of the misses you are seeing. Now, let's get into the stats. The first thing, the pace. Now, the pace is very good on this card. Once he gets in behind on that defense, nobody's catching him. That's one thing that's really important about this card. The next thing to talk about, though, in regard to his pace is that bursting past people is still a little bit difficult with this Lewandowski card. He's not exactly the quickest off the mark, and that's a problem that's persistent with all Lewandowski cards, I feel like. But overall, guys, I don't feel like it's that much of an issue. He's able to move quickly enough through those gears, through that transition, and get you into goal scoring opportunities or finish them off himself. The next thing we'll get into, guys, is his passing. Now, his passing and his link-up play is very good. His long passing is slightly suspect, so you will need to boost that if you want him to be able to play more of a playmaker role. However, guys, his short passing and link-up play is absolutely terrific. He was able to do a lot of stuff with that short passing capability. The next thing we'll get into is his dribbling. Now, his dribbling, like other Lewandowski cards, would feel slightly stiff, and at times it did feel slightly stiff, but for the most part, guys, I thought his dribbling was really good. Of course, a chemistry style will help him out in the right way as well. The engine, of course, being the perfect one for him, actually, just in terms of boosting the right stuff. However, guys, again, I didn't really notice this as much as I do with other Lewandowski cards. I felt like this card was fantastic in that department and really capable as well. Getting into the next part of the card, guys, his physicality. Now, his physicality is tremendous. He's really strong, really aggressive, good stamina, great jumping, great heading accuracy as well. He really is the complete striker just in terms of what he's able to do and how he's able to finish as well. Overall, guys, I felt like that physicality was a really big factor in how well this card played. And of course, it would be given how big and strong he is, the build of the striker as well. Having that strength just makes it that much easier to finish chances off. As we go into his shooting, guys, As I mentioned before, I was messing up a lot, so please don't take these misses out on him. But overall, I feel like this card is a fantastic finisher. He finishes in the side netting when you're from tight angles. He finishes in the top corner when you're front on. He really doesn't miss. And one thing I will say, guys, is even if he didn't get the goal for me, all of the shots are on target, and that's so important. Putting every shot on target is important for me, and this card didn't put a shot off target for me, I don't think. In the clips that you've seen or in the gameplay that I had with him, overall, he was just brilliant at getting the ball on target and scoring those goals. In these final few clips, guys, you're just going to see more of his goals as well. The ability to just get into those tight gaps, get those chances off, finishing the chances off as well with great aplomb. Again here, picking up the ball, holding the defender off, great strength, and a lovely chip into the back of the net. And this final one here, intercepting the ball here, taking it through on goal, and a lovely left foot finish into the top corner. So guys, getting into this Robert Lewandowski final summary. No cards on the PlayStation, 2.35 on the Xbox, and no cards on the PC. Now guys, the key pros of the card, his shooting stats are all phenomenal. I think he's really great at that as well. His physicality, great too. And in terms of his pace as well, decent. Dribbling, decent. Passing is good, but the long pass is a little bit short in that regard. The chemistry style to fix all of the issues with this card. There's very slight issue of his pace, very slight issue on his dribbling, and bigger issue on his long passing, but very small again still is the engine. I mean, if you guys put that on, there you go. Boost the long passing, boost the pace, boost the dribbling as well. Takes him up to a very good level, and just makes him even more elite at what he's already good at doing, guys. So for me, guys, this is a fantastic card just in terms of all-around capability and what he's able to do. Similar players, guys, it always has to be Karim Benzema. I always liken these two to each other because they're slower strikers, more technically capable, more powerful strikers, capable of doing all the other stuff that maybe a smaller striker isn't capable of doing. Harry Kane is in that sort of similar mold, though I don't think Kane is anywhere near these two here. Kane much slower for me than these two. These two much more capable in the dribbling and passing department particularly. In terms of linkability, guys, no perfect links, of course. Strong links to other Polish players in the Bundesliga. Strong links, of course, to other Bayern Munich players who are there as well, of which there are many. So, guys, lots and lots and lots of linkability with this card. Really lovely to see all of that as well. We're not going to do a price comparison, guys, on this card, because the prices are still very volatile. As you guys can see, he's still extinct on 2 of these markets. I will be putting my one up, so if you guys do see this video, go out and grab him. He will be going up at the time of this video. And overall, guys, I do feel like that this card is just a fantastic card. My final recommendation is if you can get your hands on one for a start, and 2, if you can afford him. This is easily, I don't want to say the best because I really haven't gelled well with Lewandowski cards in the past, but this honestly is maybe the best striker I've used this year, and that I just used Karim Benzema. I haven't used that Luis Suarez yet, but this card was easily one of the better ones. He's just so good at just being a striker, and that's essentially what you want up front as well. Of course, you don't necessarily want someone who's good at everything. It'd be nice if it was the case, but this card is capable of doing everything, and he is easily one of the best strikers I've used this year. Hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you did, please do smash that like button. Until next time, I will see you all in a bit.